Alright, cool. So I'm gonna read a few questions off of my wife's phone. It's been getting real hard to answer every question one by one, so we're gonna try it this way. What's the magnetic armband thingy called again? The magnetic thing that I wear on my forearm sometimes is called the no turn, and you know, I cover that in my video where I talk about what's on my station, the products and the tools that I use. I'll put that link on the bottom. A lot of these questions I answer on that video, and yeah, it's a no turn. You can Google it, Amazon it. I think it's like 35 bucks, and I like it. It's worth it. It's pretty cool. What does cutting off the top part of your T outliners do? And some people have responded. For me, I think it's a convenient thing. You know, I have an air hose in my shop, so I can just spray out the inside of the shell and get all the debris out of the clipper or out of the trimmer. Also, it exposes the tension screw, so I don't have to open up the face of the T outliner every time I want to mess with that tension screw. So it's a convenience thing, and you know, some people say it allows more air circulation, so to keep it cooler. I haven't seen like a great amount of difference. I'm thinking, you know, it doesn't do enough to support that in my eyes, but you know, it's cool either way. It's not a big deal. It doesn't make my trimmers cut better or anything like that. Chris, thanks for the video. How do you sharpen your blades? I don't sharpen my blades. When they go dull, I just replace them with a new pair of blades. Man, I've tried everything in the book, and my trimmers were absolutely not cut. They're not even 5 months old, and I just the tension spring, I tried the whole 9. They're 5 months old, so just replace them. Get another blade. Replace them and try it again. You know, five months is, if you're a barber, you come to the shop, that's long enough to dole out your blades. Great video, but the lineup needed to extend a wee bit more. I know we gotta keep it as close to natural as possible, but the straight edge razor would have, well, you know. Alright, so he's talking about the bald fade with longer hair video I did with the curly hair. There's no way I would ever push his hairline back more than I did in that video. There's no reason for it. Like, in my opinion, and in the client's opinion, in his opinion, the line was straight. Why would you push it back? The dude had a perfect natural lineup. You don't push that back. And if you do, you want to consult with your client first, because somebody won't come back to you for something like that, you know. And you said a wee bit more, and that's cool, but it didn't need it in my eyes. And the customer was happy with it, the client was happy with it, and you know, for the most part, you know, it's never been an issue keeping somebody's hair natural. Now, if he tells me he wants me to push it back a little bit more, then I'll do it. But very seldom, very rarely will somebody ask me to do that, especially with his type of hairline. You know, it's no knock against you. You know, it's a preference thing, it's an opinion, but I'm good. Hi, Chris. I want to ask you about the MD Barber Supply Andy's T1 trimmer blade. I've been having issues with the GTX blade on my trimmer and wanted to change it out. I do not like the T1 trimmer blade. I don't like it. It's different. It feels weird on the, you know, on the skin. I just don't like it, in my opinion. I definitely would recommend the GTX blade over the T1. If you're having problems with the GTX, just replace them. You know, get another pair of blades. I have a question for you. What do you think of someone going to cosmetology school rather than barber college? The couple of barbers I know keep saying it's a good idea. Personally, I don't know, because really all I want to do is cut hair. What do you think? I don't, you know, in Florida, I don't know where you live, but in Florida, that makes no sense. When I went to barber school, I had to do everything cosmetologists do. I had to do the relaxers, I had to do the perms, I had to do facials, I had to do manicures and pedicures and hair color highlights and women's hair, long layers, short layers, bobs. I had to do all that stuff. It was part of the curriculum. The only difference is when I graduated school, I could use a razor. You understand? So for me, that makes no sense. You're gonna get the same training in school as a cosmetologist. Why would you get, and if you want to be a barber when you get out, why would you get a cosmetologist license? It's the same education, so just pay attention. What I would recommend is, yeah, pay attention when they're teaching the highlights, the colors, the beautician stuff, the cosmetology stuff. Pay attention to it and get your money's worth of education. But I wouldn't recommend getting a cosmetology license. Chris, why you cut your own hair? Do you not trust anyone in the shop to cut it for you? People ask me this all the time. Why do I cut my own hair? I don't always cut my own hair. Sometimes I let other barbers cut my hair, and it's not because I think they're gonna zig me up. I'm not picky. You know, I'm not that type of person. The reason why I cut my own hair is because it is a pet peeve of mine. Like I'm weird about being at work and sitting down getting a haircut when I feel like the whole time that I'm getting a haircut, there's a possibility that somebody might walk in, or walk-in might come in the middle of the haircut. And I don't mind walking around with half a haircut, but I do mind a client sitting down waiting to get his haircut because a barber's getting a cut. It's just, the perception is ugly and I don't like it. And for me, when I'm in the shop, I'm not getting my haircut. I'd rather get my haircut on my day off or cut my own hair. You know, I'm focused at work. I'm focused on money making, you know, activities. So as far as a haircut, if I could cut it myself, I would rather do that than sit down and get my haircut. That's just my thing. I'm not knocking anybody else for doing it, but you know, I'm crazy like that, I guess. So this is 5 questions in 1 comment. He asked, "Hey bro, I'm new to your channel. I watched a couple of your videos and really like the way you carry yourself. I have a couple questions. How old are you?" 26. How old were you when you got serious about cutting hair? How old was I, babe, when I got serious about cutting hair? Huh?
Ever since you started.
Yeah, but how old was I? That's the question.
23?
Nah, I was 23. It was like right when you were pregnant with Elijah, right?
Yeah.
So I was 21.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Alright, I got serious about cutting hair when I was 21. Like, and when I tell you serious, I was obsessed. Obsessed. I'm talking about I would stay up at night watching videos on cutting hair, looking at pictures on Barbershop Connect. This was all I like. I couldn't sleep at night. Excited to become a barber. How old were you when you went to barber school? 21. I didn't really cut hair. I would edge myself up and, you know, I would edge myself up. But I didn't really cut hair before I went to barber school. How many shops do you own? I currently own 2 barbershops. How old were you when you opened your first shop? I was 23 when I opened my first shop. I know some of these questions are personal, and I understand if you would prefer. Oh no, you good. You got the answers. All right, so I think that's good. I think that's good for today. If you like the Q&As, let me know. Show me some love in the comments. Share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I just think it's way more efficient, way more productive. I could be using the time that I'm spending on replying to everybody's comments and everybody's questions. I could be using that time to edit more video. That's why I decided this is quicker, this is faster. Let's do Q&A videos, and hope you guys like it.